When Luis Suarez packed his bags for Barcelona in the summer of 2014, Liverpool boss Brendan Rodgers was tasked with filling the Uruguayan's golden boots. Suarez has blitzed the Premier League with goals during his time at Anfield and signed off as the Premier League's top scorer that season, while sharing the 2013-14 European Golden Shoe with Cristiano Ronaldo. His success came with controversy, however, as Suarez left with a charge sheet as long as his arm. Many names were suggested as Suarez's replacement, with Rodgers expected to move for a more conservative player to spearhead the following season's title charge. In the end, it was narrowed down to one man. Enter Mario Balotelli. The Italian, having secured 4 league titles before turning 21, offered hope of silverware at Anfield. He'd done so at Manchester City, after all. However, like Suarez, he also promised fireworks. Balotelli's Liverpool career started with a 3-0 victory away at Tottenham, though his individual performance was criticised after the game. Did he fit Liverpool's system? Was he good enough to replace Suarez? And did he even care? The cracks between player and club appeared immediately. It would take just a month for Balotelli and Rodgers to go head-to-head. With Liverpool 3-0 down at home to Real Madrid in the Champions League, Rodgers was enraged when Balotelli took it upon himself to swap shirts with Pepe. Things were looking miserable for Balotelli, and they were about to get worse. Balotelli was then handed a 1-match ban and a £25,000 fine for a social media post that was alleged to contain anti-Semitic and racist references. Balotelli accepted the charge and also had to attend an education course. Going into the new year, Balotelli had fallen out with his manager, lost the faith of the fans, and didn't have a single league goal to his name. Things could only get better, and they did, briefly. Balotelli opened his Premier League account for Liverpool, bagging the winner in a 3-2 win at home to Spurs, after replacing Daniel Sturridge from the bench. Though it was his first goal in 13 league appearances, it offered a slither of hope that he could turn things around at Anfield. That hope, however, was short-lived, as Balotelli continued to frustrate the home support. While Raheem Sterling, Sturridge and Suarez formed a dynamic front three the season prior, Balotelli cut an isolated figure at the head of the Liverpool attack. He was often accused of simply watching the game from the pitch, rather than taking part in it. Such was his nonchalant approach to his play. Suarez's rabid dog intensity had been replaced by Balotelli's sloth-like movement. His teammates had had enough. The fans had had enough. Balotelli had had enough. 4 goals in 28 games spelled the end of his time in Merseyside. With Balotelli longing for a return to Italy, and with plenty of Liverpool fans willing to drive him to the airport, a loan switch to AC Milan was sealed at the end of a rotten season. It wouldn't be the end of his association with the club, however, as Milan opted not to make a permanent move for the striker. Balotelli returned to Anfield with his head in his hands. He had no bargaining power, having suffered another dreary season in the Italian capital. A single goal in an injury-hit year in Serie A made sure of that. There was a new face in charge at Liverpool too. Jurgen Klopp, the impassioned, feverish ex-Borussia Dortmund manager, had taken charge and was ready to make Mario a distant memory. Having been left out of the club's pre-season tour of the United States, and subsequently the follow-up friendlies, Balotelli was looking for a new club. His CV was now tainted with poor form and a stinking attitude, only now without the silverware or goals to back him up. His reputation had caught up with him. Balotelli was released from his Liverpool contract and waved out the club as he headed to France to join Nice. Many Reds fans have him down as the club's worst ever signing, while Balotelli himself branded the switch to Anfield the biggest regret of his life. Rodgers had claimed that replacing the outgoing Suarez would be impossible at the time of his Barcelona switch, despite the £75 million windfall that Liverpool would receive in return. And while his words certainly ring true, even he couldn't have imagined he'd get it so incredibly wrong. Balotelli will go down as one of Liverpool's biggest flops of the Premier League era.